we have quiet deals that's made. It's like there was no written law that said black comedians cannot work white nightclubs. But that was the law without a signature, because they knew that if you stood flat-footed and talked, not singing or dancing, or bucking your eyes or something, then the world would find out something that a lot of people know in the world, but how brilliant, the type of wisdom that African Americans have. I mean, we should know that, but how do you know it, that burden of coming out of slavery and then out of slavery to Jim Crow? You see, when World War II was over, the soldiers that was fighting for America and fighting for the Nazis, they didn't go 1,000 years, 400 years without being liberated. We did. I mean, we did. And so the Americans came back and they was able to work on their mental processes. They was able to send them to college. They was able to have benefits for veterans. They was able to build VA hospitals. We don't have no hospitals built to deal from the Troc Shama, that slavery didn't come out of slavery, Jim Crow and segregation. And so when you stop and think about, we are not even aware. It's like drug addicts. The one good thing of a bad situation that people's finding out now, they thought illegal drugs you could get hooked to, and prescription drugs you couldn't, because the people that was hooked to them, nobody talked about it. And now we finding out, well, it's the same thing with this. The stuff that happened to us in slavery that didn't stop. How am I talking about something that 300 years ago, and we sit around and discuss lynching like it happened yesterday? That's because nobody came in and said, okay, we'll fix this. And so when you think about what made America strong, and was the GI Bill of Rights. We got soldiers that, because of what happened, because they went to die or kill for America, we're going to have GI loans for you. Black folks didn't get none. Black folks didn't get none of those. And let me show you how that affected us in the long run. We had college money, GI Bill. Well, let me tell you, many colleges integrated. Okay, they wasn't segregated. They have one there, no professors, no nothing. And then the GI Bill came through, and a lot of those, I'm talking about colleges up north, because they know if they got 10,000 soldiers, they could recruit ex-soldiers. That's a check coming every month to them, and then your part is there, the tuition. So now you can plan 20 years ahead of time on building schools, building class, increasing the spending for certain types of teachers that teach certain types of things. And so that's what happened. Now here's the problem. If you were white and I was black back then, you go to Harvard, I go to Harvard. We're on the same college. Huh? The problem is you go get a house with the GI loan that didn't come through banks. It came through the GI money set aside for that. I was denied. I couldn't get it. So now you finish Harvard, I finish Harvard. You work on your master's, I work on my master's. You work on your doctor's, I work on my doctor's. Now here's where the problem comes. My children, nor your children, couldn't go to college on mom or dad's GI Bill. Mm-hmm. It didn't cover you. But the home you as a white man was able to get, okay, you could home equity, that's how you sent your children to college. Mm-hmm. I didn't have home equity. I couldn't get a house. I got an education. I had that. You white, you had it, but after you finished, it's over. It didn't pass down to your children. Had they understood that they could change that law, you and I took the same chances of killing somebody or dying. So had we had black folks the ability to borrow money on the GI at low rates, then I, as a black person, would have had home equity, and I would have been able to send my children to college. Stop there. Nobody talks about that. They want to make like we lazy and we dumb and all of that. You see, blame it on everything but a white racist system. And we buy into it, too. I mean, we buy into it, too.